meant for children of slaves. This is when it happened. The children of slaves, it was not meant for everyone to come into our country by airplane or charging across the borders from.
All right, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Lord back again with another video. Hey, want to stop in real quick with this awesome news. In my opinion, Donald Trump, 47th president, is issuing he's getting rid of the birthright citizenship. I believe it's tied to the 14th Amendment, where the children of slaves or the freemen, so-called Negroes, or whatever you want to call the blacks in America, were free and were counted, as citizens of the United States, where we would no longer be slaves. So over time, they have extended this to undocumented workers and immigrants and everybody else that comes into the country. And basically, over time, you got a lot of people who have made anchor babies. They come over here, they work for a number of years, they on visa, or they just sneak into the country and never report back. And then they have kids, and the kids are counted as citizens. So that's just a loophole in the system that they have been using, and Democrats are fighting and advocating to keep it that way. But Trump is in the battle with the Supreme Court. Majority is on the Republican side, and it looks like they may go ahead and side with Donald Trump. There is one federal judge in some state trying to block it, but the Supreme Court looks like they're going to overturn that judge and hear out Donald Trump's case. If this happens, then this means there will be no more anchor babies or people who get to come into the country and have kids and just leave them here. So I would say it's a net positive. But let's check out some of the people on TikTok in the world. Let's see what they have to say. I know people have mixed thoughts and mixed reviews on it, but I think this is an overall positive. If you're a liberal, hardcore liberal, of course you're gonna say it's wrong, even though you say you fight for the black and brown, but you're really not fighting for the black, you just fight for the brown, and you're undermining even the brown people that come into the country the right way. But that's just my thoughts, so let's just hear what the people got to say.
By now, y'all know the Supreme Court sided with Trump on ending birthright citizenship. But let me break it down, because most people are getting it completely wrong. The court didn't say the policy is good or bad. They said lower courts cannot block it nationwide. That means Trump order now stands in any state that doesn't challenge it. So yes, some states will have to comply and others may not. For now, here's the key. If you're born in the U.S., but your parents aren't legal residents or citizens, you may no longer get automatic citizenship. This is not family separation. Calm down the theatrics. You're free to stay together, just not here. You can take your child or family and go back to your country. That's a choice, not oppression. And let's be real, birthright citizenship was created for black descendants of slaves, not to be used and abused by the entire world. Trump is fixing a loophole that has been exploited for decades. If you got a problem with it, don't cry online. We don't care about your tears. Take it up with your state lawmaker, because right now it's up to the state until it becomes federal across the board. So stop it. Stop it with the dramatics. As my granny used to say, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get up out of here.
Wow, they did it. The Supreme Court has officially limited nationwide injunctions. This is a huge win for the president. Although this is from the birthright citizenship case, it's about much more than just birthright citizenship. This goes for all his executive orders. This is basically the ball game. I went to Yale Law School, where I focus on constitutional law, so I'll explain it to you as simply as possible because you need to understand how this would all work. First, Daria, what's a nationwide injunction? It's basically an order from a federal judge stopping an action for the whole country, not just their district. And as a reminder, this is basically what's been holding the line against DJT and his team and their implementation of all their Project 2025 agenda and goals. And the court today said, hey, actually, you can't do that anymore. The decision was a 6-3 split on the usual conservative and liberal line, Justice Amy Coney Barrett writing the opinion of the majority. This is the most important key line in the entire majority opinion. Court writes, no one disputes that the executive has a duty to follow the law, but the judiciary does not have unbridled authority to enforce this obligation. In fact, sometimes the law prohibits the judiciary from doing so. So effectively, what the court here is saying is no matter how wrong or unconstitutional or illegal the executive's policy is, federal district judge in New York, California, Seattle, wherever, cannot stop him, at least not on behalf of the entire country.
All right, y'all. So y'all know I've been on this little learning journey. I've been learning about my history, Black history, American history, history period, and then with everything that's going on in politics and things. And I have been seeing things about the birthright citizenship thing. And I just want to say, because I've been hearing people say, I've been seeing a lot of like Black people saying like, oh, this ain't got nothing to do with me. This ain't got nothing to do with me. We ain't finna ride this on them, right? I don't know. It could be me, but do y'all think now it's like poking like, okay, nothing else ain't right. Let's actually go for them. What is we finna do? Because now I feel as though we are about to start being attacked. And I'm not gonna tell you, I've always dealt with like systematic racism, prejudice. I've always been a young, pretty Black girl everywhere I've been. And I've always been in majority white environments. So when I tell y'all I see and feel it, I see and feel it, and I just feel like it shouldn't be like this. Like my grandma went through this. My grandma is 67. You feel me? So it's just like, I don't know how my grandma is for y'all. I ain't gonna lie, I'm lying. I don't know how old she is. But my grandma went through this. And I feel as though my grandparents, their grandparents, their grandparents, their parents, all of them fought so hard. And it's literally only been like, what? We've been free, technically, a century barely. We only had rights less than a century. So, I mean, I think one, we've gotten too comfortable because I just need to know where I need to go, who I need to see. I don't know, y'all. I've been on Google, I've been on TikTok, I've been trying to figure out what do I need to do for fight for my rights. How do I be something and do something? Because y'all, it is getting real, and I have a niece.
And I'm sorry, I can't believe that we are asking the question, is the 14th Amendment to the Constitution constitutional? That is what, it is crazy. And I am sorry, but people need to call, this is crazy. They're asking us not to believe our own eyes and our own ears. They're asking us to go against everything that we know to be true. This is insane.
All right, y'all. So y'all see the clips. Yeah, you got some crazies out here who really don't know what's going on. They may think this is going to be the opposite, somehow thinking that this has something to do with kicking Negroes out of the country. Some people seem to understand it and get it, but you know that's just what comes with the world of TikTok and social media. But y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think. Is this a good thing for America, Blacks, white Americans, or just Americans in general? Will this help us out? Because our population is slowly declining from what it used to be, especially with white and Black, to everyone else. So that demographic change in America is definitely gonna put America in a different way than what it is today. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section below, and y'all like, share and subscribe, and I'll get back at y'all in another one. Peace.